What is up everyone, this is Jojo the Techie and welcome back to the channel. So it's been a week with the iPhone Air and I've already had to completely change how I use my phone. Some of those changes are good and one of them is kind of annoying. Today we're getting into the brutal reality of living with Apple's thinnest iPhone. And my final decision on whether this phone is a keeper or if I'm sending it back might actually surprise you. Alright, so let's start with the biggest question, the battery. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Yes, out of all the phones in the new iPhone 17 series, the Air has the smallest battery. I knew that going in, and a lot of people were worried. Rightfully so. But here's the thing, everyone's usage is different. As I've mentioned before, I primarily work from home, so I'm almost always near a charger, whether it's at my desk or on my nightstand. When I do go out, I'm usually carrying a second phone for work anyways. And if not, you can bet that I've got a battery pack from Anchor or another brand in my bag. It's just how I operate. That said, I have been killing this battery over the past week. Seriously. I posted on social media about it. I am finding it so hard to put this phone down. It's just so comfortable and fun to use. That and, well, I've developed a bit of an obsession with Monopoly Go, and let me tell you, that game is a battery drainer. So with my recent heavy usage, here are the numbers. Overall, I'm getting around 6 hours of screen on time. Usually around 4:40 p.m. I have 40% left, and by the end of the night, when I'd normally be putting it on the charger anyways, I'm usually down to about 10 to 15%. So for me, it's a solid one-day phone, but it's not stretching it into day two. Is it the best battery life ever? Of course not. But does it work for my lifestyle? Sure. So that's my reality with the battery. But I want to know about you. What's the absolute minimum screen on time you're willing to accept in a new phone? Drop it in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. Okay, next up, the cameras. And this is an area where I have been genuinely, thoroughly impressed. Specifically, the front-facing camera. I took this phone out the other day and vlogged a bit, using the dual capture mode to show what was in front of me and my reaction at the same time. And the quality is fantastic. But my favorite little feature is how you can easily switch from a portrait selfie to a landscape one without physically turning the phone. It's one of those small little quality of life things that just removes a point of friction, and I absolutely love it. Now, what about the back camera? Would I love an ultra wide or a telephoto lens? Sure, but who wouldn't? But in this past week of using the phone as my main personal device, I can honestly say I haven't really missed them. I'm not the type of photographer who's constantly zooming in on distant objects or trying to capture massive architectural shots. For my daily photos of friends, food, and my surroundings, this main camera is more than enough, and I haven't once run into a situation where I felt like I couldn't get the shot that I wanted. Now, for the elephant in the room, the price. $1,000 for this phone. When you look at the value proposition on paper, it's a tough pill to swallow. For less money, the standard iPhone 17 gives you more features, more cameras, and a bigger battery. A fiscally smart decision, this is not. But I didn't buy this phone to be fiscally smart. I bought it because it felt special. After spending a lot of time with Android phones lately, this is the only iPhone that genuinely got me excited to come back to iOS as my main daily driver. This is the kind of device that you have to consciously choose. You have to be willing to make some adjustments. Do I find myself checking the battery percentage more often than I did on my old 16 Pro? Yes, I do. But you know what? That's okay, because that's part of the experience when you're an early adopter of something new and different. And that's what this feels like. Since the iPhone 10, this feels like the reboot of what an iPhone can be that we've been waiting for. So the final question, am I returning it? Heck no. I'm keeping this phone and I'm going to keep enjoying it because isn't that what being a tech enthusiast is all about? Finding the tech that makes you passionate and just enjoying it for what it is? Let me know what you guys think about the iPhone Air in the comments below. Is it a device you're considering? As always, if you enjoyed this video, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what's next. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.